Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. CAL FIRE Butte County made another successful rescue last night of motorists who drove around road closure signs and got stranded in high water. This time it happened on Ord Ferry Road in about the same area a semi-truck got swept away last week. This time the person was out of their car and waiting in a tree until the swift water rescue team could get to them in a boat. No word on whether the person was sighted. Just last night, we reported there had been 17 similar rescues in the past 2 weeks, just in Butte County. Well, crews with the California Conservation Corps are working today to shore up Kiefer Slough in North Chico. There's been significant flooding along the levee and during the past 2 storms with water flowing into the Autumn Creek subdivision. They'll be working all day until they get all of the lower parts of Kiefer Slough covered. Well, water releases out of Keswick Dam and into the Sacramento River have more than tripled, and there could be more increases ahead. The Bureau of Reclamation plans to increase releases to 35,000 cubic feet per second over the weekend, possibly as high as 55,000 CFS, depending on how much rain we see. And that will have impacts, of course, along the river, but the Bureau says they need to make room at Shasta for incoming flows.
We encourage everybody to be safe and keep an eye on rising river levels. We're closely coordinating our release schedule with the authorities to ensure everybody stays safe.
In fact, on Thursday, the department held a meeting with local law enforcement officials before deciding whether to release more water. Well, while the rain has let up, we're seeing a lot of standing water, especially in area orchards. A longtime farmer and farming consultant says this weather is par for the course this time of year, but the standing water does take a toll on the trees.
When we have this much rain, the water just can't get out of fields fast enough, and so we have this kind of saturated soil conditions. And when we have standing water on orchards like this, it takes pretty much the available oxygen out of the soil, so the roots get waterlogged.
He says the almond trees are in bloom already, which is typical for this time of year, but another frost could kill some of those blooms. It's just something farmers have to deal with here in the North State. Governor Gavin Newsom has declared a state of emergency in 5 more counties due to all the storms and flooding. The order now includes Glenn County, Amador, Lake, Mendocino, and Sonoma. Butte, Tehama, and Shasta were covered in an earlier declaration. It allows the state to request federal relief funds to help counties with repairs. Butte County's CAO has issued a local emergency proclamation because of the storm damage to roads and other storm-related problems. County supervisors are expected to meet to ratify the action at a special meeting, but that date has not yet been determined. As far as the forecast goes and what we can expect this weekend, let's turn it over to Court Klopping now in the Storm Tracker Center.